What is up and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell. Today, like always, another interesting video for you today. It is my Clash at the Castle predictions. And yes, I am recording this Tuesday at 6:38 p.m. I'm very interested with what this could happen at Clash of the Castle. I think there's a lot of scenarios with this that makes a lot of sense. It could be a lot of prediction, but I think there's going to be some factors that kind of make a unpredicted type of scenarios happen. But I am going to stick with my gut and go with my initial predictions and everything, not what some maybe people are thinking online. But I will throw out some theories there. But let's get started. Like always, we go from most predictable to least predictable when it comes to these predictions. My most predictable for me is Bailey versus Piper Niven. Now, you could say some others will be very much predictable, and I do agree. But when it comes to most predictable, I feel like you have to say it's this one. Like, there's nothing that changes, nothing that could even possibly be winning for Bailey. The only thing that you could maybe say is that, oh, Piper's from, Scotland. She's in her home country. Would they really do her wrong in her home country? Yeah, they're going to. I would be so shocked if Bailey loses this. The reason why. Nia Jax has already confirmed she's coming after Bailey. You can say, oh, whoa, she kind of said something to Piper Niven. Not going to work. That's nothing at all. Again, Bailey is a champ that's going to be holding this, I think, for a little bit more than what people might think. I think this is this perfect person to maybe get out of Money in the Bank. I think this is somebody to go after with Money in the Bank. I think there's somebody that could also Nia Jax could get. I think with the match already being set, there's no way in hell this is a match that's going to change. My only thing that you could look at is maybe Chelsea Green interferes, but if you want to be honest, I think Chelsea Green might interfere. Bailey still wins, then we get Chelsea Green and Money in the Bank in her home country of Canada. Something like that, even though Chelsea Green might go actually to forward the Money in the Bank briefcase. I just don't see a world where, even though Piper Niven is doing so well, this is the time to pull the plug or pull her to. What's the term? Why am I blanking out on that term? Time to pull the. I ain't even gonna say pull. I must have pulled the strings. This ain't her time, and its confidence level for me is probably at 98. I can't be the only one that's super excited for this match. I know that the chances are Cody Rhodes is going to win, and that's who I'm picking. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win. Of course, it's a babyface. But for them to kind of hype it up like this and make it a I Quit match, it really shows the great promo work and stuff that these two can do. I think the fact that the story intertwining in the fake retirement Mark Henry type segment, and which again, Cody Rhodes is crazy how much of a John Cena story arc he has. Kind of intertwining them and making them even fiercer and crazier together. I love the story just behind this. I'm excited to see this. I want to see this I Quit match. Do I think the OC would be involved? I do. I think there's going to be some others be involved. Maybe for Cody, somebody stops the OC. Maybe I don't really know. Wait, let me think about that quickly off my head. I think off of Friday Night SmackDown, maybe LA Knight. That's the only person I could think of coming out, really. I don't think it's going to be Jay or Jimmy Uso coming out and saving him, even though I think people might think Jay Uso could because, the bond they have, it would be kind of hype for Jay Uso. I don't think there's going to be anyone on Raw. Maybe Seth Rollins. Maybe. That's a big maybe, though. Now, I do want to talk about this. Cody Rhodes was just on NXT the other day, and I think that he's probably going to actually, you'll know by this recording that if he said something about AJ Styles. If he is, I would guess the OC would be involved, the Good Brothers might be involved, and kind of start something there. Maybe not. Maybe actually instead he just does a little promo for NXT. I would think that maybe I'd kind of be shocked if the OC doesn't get involved. But another reason why I'm going to pick Cody Rhodes, have we ever seen a face of the company baby face, just even a baby face in general, say I quit? Not saying tapping out, because we even saw that with Roxanne Perez when it came to the NXT championship recently, tapping out against Lyra. We are seeing a babyface face of the company say I quit. We're not going to see that. Cody Rhodes is not going to say I quit. I'm going to bet all my marbles and say 95 confidence. I only have 5% because it's still AJ Styles that Cody Rhodes will be winning this match. Another match, another Scotland in here. The thing is, for this one, you're going to see that I think this is very predictable, but it falls off quite a lot, and I think it's more than what people might think. I think this could be the chance where we see Jade and Bianca lose these titles. Yes, they just got these titles. It makes no sense for them to lose these titles. But when you think about it, how do we get a Jade and Bianca breakup? How do we get these guys to lose the titles so they go maybe more solo? Well, a triple threat would be the perfect way for them to, not take the pin and lose the titles. Why would you not try and do something like that? Do I think it's a little early? I do. Do I think that it's actually a real possibility? We see this and maybe we get into hints of, them breaking up maybe for WrestleMania next year. Maybe. I just don't see a world where they think that we take off these championships early off them. I think there's going to be a little bit more. They're going to make it maybe a little bit more prestigious, not just take it off fully. I do think we could see some maybe seeds being planted of them potentially breaking up, but it's not yet. And I feel like the real breakup in here should be a, Jade Cargill turn. I do really want to see Jade Cargill turn on Bianca Belair, but I don't know. I'd kind of be shocked if this is the time. Also, we have some Scotlands in here with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Here's the thing also with that. I feel like no matter what, Scotland's going to get pissed. Because I think... Actually, I'm not going to say that yet. I'll talk about that later. Jade and Bianca for me though are winning this. I would just be entirely shocked if they do not win this. It's just a little bit too early in my opinion to do this. My confidence level for this is probably like 75. Like it's dropping off. Don't get me wrong, because I do think that in a triple threat match, this could be the way that we even see in the future that they take off the belts from them. But I just don't know. Hopefully the main event for the night, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Here's the thing. Judgment Day is banned officially from entering this match. I'd be kind of shocked if Judgment Day still comes around and tries to do its little shenanigans, because it is banned. I think they're going to stick that they are banned. But you know who's not banned? CM Punk. Now, we haven't seen CM Punk in a little bit. I think if CM Punk was really not going to be involved in this, I don't think they would try and, show or not hide CM Punk. I think they're hiding him for a good reason. That good reason, that boy is about being Glasgow. I think that we are going to see CM Punk interfere with Drew, screw him over once again, and Damian Priest is going to retain. Is it going to hurt Damian Priest's reign? Maybe a little bit. Is it going to set up a Damian versus CM Punk Drew versus CM Punk, and Drew now is going to see that CM Punk just screwed you in front of your own people? Yeah, I think that's what we're going to be going at. Now, I want to throw out another prediction that I think is another possibility. What's the chances that we get a, Drew turn with Finn? Maybe somebody in Judgment Day turns on Drew. Or not Drew, Damian. Maybe we get a, Drew McIntyre that wins it all and then gets cashed in on at Money in the Bank instead. Or before Money in the Bank somehow, some way. And what happens is Gunther goes against them. This whole thing is kind of iffy for me. I think that maybe Finn and Damian's for another time in life. And I think that it's going... And maybe, honestly, stay with me. Maybe we do see Damian potentially, losing this belt to Finn Balor. And then it's Gunther versus Finn Balor. I don't know. I think with SummerSlam, though, with Gunther, it's going to be one of these two guys going against him. And they already kind of set it up. And no matter what, I think it's going to be Damian Priest. I think it makes more sense. And then they can have finally Drew versus CM Punk, something that's going to be a topic of discussion. One of the best feuds we're going to get. I just don't see a way that Drew McIntyre comes out of this. And talking about what I was saying earlier, I think Scotland's going to be pissed. I think they're going to go 0-3 with their people from Scotland. Now, maybe 2 win, maybe 1 win. I would be shocked if it's even. I would be shocked if it's even Alba Fire in them. I'd be shocked if Drew wins, really. But my confidence level for this is only a 70 that Damian retains. But in my opinion, just kind of makes more sense. And last but certainly not least, Sammy versus Chad Gable. Now, let's talk about Chad Gable for a second. Chad Gable has been in the rumors and everything talking about potentially, not signing back with WWE. Somebody that, not as fully signing a contract with WWE. Well, the same week that happened, he got announced for this match. So clearly there's probably something with WWE going with him. I think that's a reason why they weren't willing to give him the Intercontinental Championship probably at King of the Ring. Probably why they were saving this for now. I think they're thinking about the contract further on. Well, it's been reported that he has signed a good contract to WWE. Now, is that 100% confirmed? No. But I would assume that he's going to stay with WWE. And if they're still having this match, he did technically sign his contract more than what was expected. So I think, with that in mind, and I think that this is now, part 3, technically, if you're counting the triple threat match with Bronson Reed of Sammy versus Chad Gable. The trilogy has to come to an end. We're not going to see a 4th movie with a new series coming out soon. I think this is the time Chad Gable actually wins the IC title. Yes, I think this is a kind of weird area for him to win it. I think, granted, I'm just a YouTuber, barely even a YouTuber. I'm a content creator that creates stuff for fans out there that we can talk about and discuss. Thing is, for me, I think that, yes, this made sense for Chad Gable to win it now. Yes, it makes sense for him to get it. But I feel like there's a plan involved. Because here's the thing. If Chad Gable is winning this now, what is your plan at Money in the Bank with Sammy? Because I feel like Sammy has to be one of the poster children for that. So, with Chad Gable winning this, Sammy probably goes for Money in the Bank and probably is going to be the top dog or win that thing. I'm going to be honest, probably will win that thing in Montreal, his home, country home city. Chad Gable, though, probably won't have a match there, but what I'm saying is, why am I saying that? I'm kind of confused. If you were planning to give Chad Gable this title and you want to solidify him as a heel, beat him in front of Montreal. I mean, we can look at the Elimination Chamber. We can look at Sammy versus Roman back then in Montreal. Oh my God, the crowd was electric behind Sammy, going crazy. But of course, Chad Gable, of course, Roman Reigns would win. Now we look at Montreal when it came to Chad Gable versus Sammy. Chad Gable turned in front of Montreal on Sammy. What would it be? What would make a Chad Gable turn and heel turn even sting harder? He steals the title from their poster kid and give it to himself. Now, I think that's the way to go. Now, there has to be some outside factors, some business that I don't know about. I think there's something planned with Sami Zayn involved with potentially being Mr. Money in the Bank. Imagine we see a world that Drew wins this. Imagine we see a world that Drew wins the heavyweight title. Sammy wins Money in the Bank. Sammy cashes in on Drew. We get Sammy versus Gunther again for the heavyweight title. Now imagine that one. Again, another prediction I'll say. I think Alpha Academy is going to actually be involved in this match. I think we're going to get another accidental hit from Otis on Sami Zayn, and Chad Gable's going to win. I don't think Otis is going to turn. I think this is a SummerSlam probably they're thinking, where it's going to be Otis versus Chad, which does suck because I've had my Money in the Bank predictions with, Chad Gable or Sammy going against Braun Breaker, who potentially would be going to went to Raw for a reason. I found out the reason. I said it in my Money in the Bank predictions, called that thing. There's a reason why they put that man on Raw. It wasn't just because, he got drafted to Raw. He goes against talent. They want that man to be the face of the company for Netflix and Raw moving forward. And they're going to put a title on that guy, I bet, by Survivor Series. Like, he is going to be the guy moving forward for Raw. And I could still see a world where, he does go IC champion, honestly. But going back to this, I think what we're going to see is Otis and Gable probably at SummerSlam instead. We're going to probably see um, Chad Gable win this. And in my opinion, I know I kind of yapped. Chad Gable's going to win 65% confidence. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm super excited if you can't tell, especially for this match. I am a huge Chad Gable fan. Maybe it's because my name's Chadwell. Not actually. I just, you got to love somebody that's been a part of the company for so long, hasn't won gold, and is actually doing the best work of his career right now. I love Sami Zayn to death too. Don't get that wrong. Just excited for Clash of the Castle. There's going to be so many factors we'll see. I'm going to be uploading my reaction to it probably right after. We'll see. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy and let me know what you think down in the comments below. And yeah, see you the next one. Goodbye.